6:30 tonight, the Biden presidency will be over. This is the final nail in the coffin, and it's happening today. And, while there's lots and lots of smiles from politicians all surrounding him, the long knives have truly come out. We're going to walk through what's developed over the last number of days. I told you last week that I didn't think he was going to recover, but I kind of hoped that he would enough that he would stay in the race. But the Democrats are done with him. And they've moved from the asking stage to they're getting ready to shove him off the cliff. All right, friends. Let's jump into it. Welcome to the Poplar Report. I'm Steve Poplar. I'm an accountant by trade, and we're covering the things that the mainstream media won't say out loud. But what we are seeing is lots in the media we shouldn't be paying attention to what the Democrats and what the mainstream media is saying. We should start paying attention to what they're allowing to be said. We're seeing individuals stepping up, liberals, Hollywood people on Twitter that are stepping up and calling for President Biden to step down. And normally the liberal entity, the left, it's really illiberal, but anyway, they just squash dissent. Like anyone who gets off the narrative, they get absolutely destroyed. But right now you're seeing these people saying these things and nothing's happening to them. Nobody's calling them out. Nobody's destroying their character. What we're seeing here right now is that more and more donors, financial donors to the re-election campaigns, we're seeing them pulling out and verbally explaining why. And this is big. When we see the financial money for the campaigns drying up, that's a big deal. And we're seeing the powers that be, the people that control the purse strings, the people that really pull the strings overall, they are done. And so what has been happening is we've seen people like Nancy Pelosi coming out there and saying that President Biden needs to make a decision. What are we talking about here? President Biden has been very clear that he is not leaving the race, that he is going to run in November. And yet, Nancy Pelosi thinks he needs to make a decision. Another one. Needs to rethink his decision. Choose a different option there. And that should really tell you what's happening here. They've been in the asking phase. President Biden stepped down. But what's happening now is we're starting to ramp up the pressure campaign. If they have to publicly humiliate President Biden to shame him into resigning, they are prepared to do that. They are prepared to throw their own under the bus. They are prepared to destroy this old man in order to get their way, which is to have the White House again for another 4 years. And mark my words, they're going to do everything they can to do it. They need somebody plausible enough to run so that when they cheat, it'll be plausible, right? And right now, though they may come up with that many numbers, the simple fact is that nobody will believe it. And so that's a problem for them. They need to put somebody in that's believable. Oh yeah, he got the most votes in all of American history. Do you think that would really play well right now? No. No, it would not. We have the owner of Disney has basically said, we're done. PayPal, major campaign contributor, has said nope, and they've all stopped giving to the presidential campaign right now. George Clooney has come out. We have a number of Congress people who have come out. Now, we got all these people smiling and going, oh, Well, we support President Biden, but in the background, they're pulling out their long knives. They politically need him to resign. And friends, here's the thing. I don't think we're just talking about getting him out of the race for 2024. I think they're also looking at the potential of getting him to step down as president of the United States. And we have this press conference happening here at 6:30 tonight, Eastern Standard, and this is going to be big. He's been, this is past his bedtime. 6:30 is outside of his 4 p.m. Cutoff time that his staff has acknowledged. Why are they putting him out after that? This is a solo press conference, friends. No teleprompter. He needs to answer questions, and I don't think he's going to receive quite the warm reception that he has always received in the past. Now, last time he held a solo press conference, he had a stack of cards in his hand with the names of reporters, with their picture, and the question that they were going to ask. No joke, that was his last solo press conference. If you think that the press corps is going to allow that this time around, not going to happen. And we have a whole bunch of reporters who are lining up to make their name. They could be the one that gives him and his presidency the kill shot. That's a big deal. To get their name out there as the person that asked the question that stopped him in his tracks. Them standing up and asking their question and then seeing the response of him crumble would be a clip that could potentially reach hundreds of millions, if not billions of people. This is the big leagues, friends. This is an opportunity for one of these journalists to become immortal. And because of that, they would sell out their own mother for that, right? So think that they're not going to take this weak and wobbling president and cast him down the flight of stairs like it's a Democratic tack ad on Medicare during election season. That's exactly what's going to happen. We're going to see these journalists line up, and some may try to cover for him, but most have gotten the memo that if they can take him out, they're going to be famous. And if they take out the president and succeed, okay, now, as they say with the king, when you try to take out the king, make sure you get him, right? If these guys fail to do so and are seen to have openly tried, that will not go well for them. But if they succeed, they will be remembered for quite a while. So what's happening here? This is about to go crazy. President Biden has been in meetings all day with NATO. He met with Zelensky today. He's wore out probably. It's 91 degrees in Washington, D.C., and he's going to go outside in the heat past his bedtime to face a hostile press for the first time in his presidency. And let's just say he's not going to go out there with a full bag of marbles. This is not going to be pretty. I mean, it's going to be entertaining, all right. But this is going to be the excuse to get him off the ballot and potentially get Kamala Harris into the White House. Now, the question is are they going to go with Kamala Harris? If they're going to do that, the time is now, and they do have the opportunity of making her look presidential by getting her to do some presidential stuff, right? They can have her start jetting around as the president, have her meet with people. They can use that as PR to get her into the White House for the next 4 years as well. I think that might be one of their best options. If they can't convince Michelle Obama, then Kamala Harris might be the best thing they got. I know people are talking about Gavin Newsom out there, but really, I don't know if that's really a thing. all these other potentials out there, they don't have enough time to build them up. Kamala Harris definitely has the name recognition, and if they can just train her to not screw things up, I mean, just think of it this way. How much front running and protection have they run on the mentally deficient and physically incapable president? They have run so much cover for him. Do you think that they can't do the same thing for Kamala Harris? All they have to do is just make it so that she never speaks. Or when she speaks, that she reads the teleprompter. And she gets coached not to cackle like the Wicked Witch of the West. Right? I think that they probably will go that route. But we're definitely going to see things really start to pick up pace. And it's Thursday. Right before a Friday. Fridays are when they love to drop the news that they want buried. And the news this Friday may very well be that President Biden has been asked to step down or he has resigned. That may actually happen at this press conference. It's possible. Depends how much pressure he's under in the background. This is going to be entertaining, but also troubling. That it took this long to get here. President Biden's got his fingernails clinging to the cliff, and yet it's not going to go well. So, he's been asked, and he said no. Now they're going to give him a shove. And that's going to happen tonight. If it's uneventful tonight, I mean, how does this have to go in order for him to show that he can continue the presidency or continue the run for presidency? I don't think he can. I don't think he can survive. I don't think he can recover what he's lost. Everyone now sees him as incapable. Nobody sees him as capable. And 4 more years of that, his staff doesn't want him anymore. Can you imagine how burnt out his staff is covering up everything? They're done with that. Now, the staff don't like Kamala Harris either. But it's a little late in the game. Unless they can get Oprah to come out of a retirement, there really isn't anyone with enough star power. Unless they can get a major Hollywood celebrity to run. But even then, would that work? Would people take that seriously? Are they going to get somebody who played the president to play the president? I don't know. But we will watch as this thing unfolds. Let me know down in the comment section down what you guys think. Do you think that this is going to be as bad of a train wreck as I think it's going to be? Is this going to be the impetus to ending the Biden presidency like I believe? I'm calling it, folks. That's what I think is going to happen. How will the stock market react to that too? That's a whole nother question, isn't it? I don't know that it will make that big of a difference, but it might. Uncertainty definitely is not a positive for stock markets and financial markets. So a major change could be seen as crazy. Kamala Harris, will she be able to grab the reins of power? And will she look a little too smug and satisfied when she does so? I don't know. But that's where we're at right now. Barring a sudden death in office, he has to resign. It's possible he could be removed by his cabinet, but that's really far-fetched. That's really far-fetched. We're going to see a resignation, or will he not make it to the convention? All right, friends, let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to check out another video from this channel, there's one right up here. I'll see you over there, or I'll see you guys later. Steve Poplar of the Poplar Report, out.